Guyana isn't just another country on the map. It's a vibrant fusion of history, nature, and culture waiting to be explored. In today's video, Andy Explores the World unveils 15 mind-blowing facts about Guyana that will leave you itching to pack your bags. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive into the wonders of Guyana. Guyana holds the unique distinction of being the only English-speaking country in South America, setting it apart from its predominantly Spanish and Portuguese-speaking neighbors. This linguistic quirk stems from its colonial past, as Guyana was once a British colony, a legacy that continues to shape its identity today. While most South American countries share cultural and linguistic ties with Spain or Portugal, Guyana's connection to the English-speaking world remains strong. This makes it a surprisingly accessible destination for travelers from countries like the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom. However, language here isn't just about official status, it's deeply woven into the culture. Alongside Standard English, you'll hear the melodic tones of Guyanese Creole, a lively dialect infused with African, Indian, and Caribbean influences. Indigenous languages such as Akawayo, Arawak, and Wapishana are also spoken among the Amerindian communities, preserving ancient traditions. Interestingly, despite its South American geography, Guyana's cultural heartbeat aligns more with the Caribbean than the continent it sits on. Think calypso rhythms, vibrant festivals, and a laid-back island vibe. This unique blend of language and culture creates an experience in Guyana that's both familiar and refreshingly different for English-speaking travelers. Guyana is home to the awe-inspiring Kaieteur Falls, the world's longest and widest single-drop waterfall, and one of the country's most breathtaking natural wonders. Located within the pristine Kaieteur National Park, this majestic waterfall plunges an astonishing 226 meters, or 741 feet, from the Potaro River into a deep gorge below. To put that into perspective, it's nearly 4 times taller than Niagara Falls and twice as high as Victoria Falls. The sheer power of Kaieteur Falls is mesmerizing, with an impressive average flow rate of 23,400 cubic feet per second, making it one of the most powerful waterfalls on Earth. But beyond its raw beauty and might, Kaieteur Falls is steeped in local legend. According to indigenous folklore, a great chief named Kai sacrificed himself by paddling over the falls to appease Makanaima, the Great Spirit, in hopes of saving his people from an impending threat. The surrounding rainforest is equally captivating, rich with rare wildlife like the golden rocket frog and the vibrant cock-of-the-rock bird, making it a paradise for nature lovers and adventure seekers alike. Visiting Kaieteur Falls offers more than just a scenic view. It's an emotional, almost spiritual experience, surrounded by untouched wilderness that feels like a step back in time. For anyone exploring Guyana, witnessing the raw beauty of Kaieteur Falls is an unforgettable highlight that truly captures the wild heart of the nation. Guyana is a vibrant mosaic of ethnicities and traditions, making it one of the most culturally diverse nations in South America. With a population of just over 800,000 as of 2022, the country is home to 5 major ethnic groups: Indo-Guyanese, Afro-Guyanese, Amerindians, Europeans, primarily Portuguese, and Chinese. The largest group, the Indo-Guyanese, makes up around 40% of the population, with roots tracing back to the Indian subcontinent. Their ancestors arrived as indentured laborers brought in to replace African slaves on sugar plantations during British colonial rule. Today, they play a significant role in agriculture, trade, and professional sectors, contributing heavily to Guyana's economy and cultural landscape. Afro-Guyanese make up about 30% of the population, with heritage linked to enslaved Africans brought from West Africa during the Atlantic slave trade. After gaining freedom in 1838, many Afro-Guyanese moved away from plantations to become independent farmers or town dwellers, shaping much of the country's urban culture. Approximately 20% of the population is of mixed ancestry, creating a dynamic fusion of traditions, music, and cuisine that reflects Guyana's blended identity. Additionally, Amerindian communities, making up about 10% of the population, represent the indigenous heart of the nation, preserving ancient customs, languages, and crafts across both coastal and interior regions. Despite their smaller numbers, Portuguese and Chinese Guyanese communities have left an enduring mark on business, trade, and local cuisine, showcasing how even small populations can have a significant cultural influence. This diverse cultural heritage makes Guyana a true melting pot, where festivals, food, and daily life reflect a harmonious blend of global traditions. In 2019, Guyana made a discovery that has the potential to transform its economy forever: an estimated 5.5 billion barrels of oil beneath its Atlantic Ocean waters. This discovery, made by ExxonMobil and its partners, has put Guyana on the global map as one of the world's newest and most promising oil hotspots. For a nation that has historically struggled with poverty and economic challenges, this oil boom presents a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to catapult itself into newfound prosperity. Experts predict that Guyana could become one of the fastest-growing economies in the world, with the potential for significant increases in employment, infrastructure development, and public services. However, this sudden wealth brings with it a wave of challenges. Critics argue that Guyana currently lacks the legal framework and technical expertise required to manage the vast wealth that oil production could bring. Many fear that without strong governance, the nation could fall into the so-called resource curse, where natural wealth fuels corruption and inequality rather than widespread prosperity. Cautionary tales from neighboring countries like Venezuela, where oil wealth led to economic instability, loom large over Guyana's future. Despite these concerns, the government is working hard to put safeguards in place and ensure that oil wealth benefits the entire nation. If managed wisely, this oil discovery could usher in a golden era for Guyana, transforming it from a developing nation into a major player in the global economy. Cricket isn't just a sport in Guyana, it's a national obsession that unites people across all ethnic and cultural backgrounds. Introduced during British colonial rule, cricket quickly took root and became the most beloved sport in the country, just as it did in many other Commonwealth nations. Guyana doesn't compete independently in international cricket. Instead, its players contribute to the renowned West Indies cricket team, which represents a collective of Caribbean nations. Over the years, Guyana has produced some of the sport's most legendary players, including Clive Lloyd, Rohan Kanhai, and Shivnarine Chanderpaul. These athletes have been instrumental in shaping the golden era of West Indies cricket, particularly during the dominant period from the mid-1970s to the early 1990s. Cricket matches, whether local or international, draw passionate crowds, turning stadiums into arenas of excitement, national pride, and festive energy. In communities across Guyana, cricket fields are gathering places where people come together to play, cheer, and celebrate, making it an integral part of social life. Beyond professional leagues, the sport is a popular recreational activity, with young players dreaming of one day representing the West Indies on the global stage. Cricket is more than just a game in Guyana. It's a symbol of national pride, a cultural tradition, and a beloved pastime that connects generations. Guyana is a true paradise for nature lovers, with nearly 80% of its land covered in dense, untouched rainforest. This makes it the second most forested country in the world, only behind Suriname, its eastern neighbor. The vast jungles of Guyana are not just beautiful, they are vital to the planet, serving as one of the Earth's most important carbon sinks and playing a critical role in combating climate change. Recognizing the ecological importance of its rainforests, Guyana has taken significant steps toward environmental conservation. In a groundbreaking partnership, Norway pledged $250 million to Guyana under the Low Carbon Development Strategy, LCDS, rewarding the country for maintaining its pristine forests and reducing deforestation. This innovative agreement was one of the first of its kind, setting a global precedent for partnerships between developing and developed nations in environmental preservation. The protected rainforests are home to an incredible diversity of wildlife, including jaguars, giant river otters, and countless rare bird species. For adventurers and eco-tourists, Guyana offers an unparalleled opportunity to explore vast, untouched wilderness, making it a top destination for ecotourism. The country's commitment to conservation has not only helped preserve its natural beauty, but has also become a model for sustainable development in the global fight against climate change. Guyana's tropical climate brings simplicity to the calendar year with just two distinct seasons, the rainy season and the dry season. Unlike temperate regions that experience 4 seasons, Guyana's climate remains warm and humid year-round, making it an appealing destination for those who love consistent sunshine. The rainy season typically spans from May to August, bringing heavy downpours that nourish the country's lush rainforests and support its agricultural economy. During this time, rivers swell, waterfalls like Kaieteur Falls become even more powerful, and the landscape bursts into vibrant shades of green. The dry season, lasting from September to April, is marked by sunnier skies, making it the perfect time for travelers to explore outdoor attractions and wildlife reserves. Temperatures typically range from 75 to 87 degrees Fahrenheit, or 23 to 35 degrees Celsius, providing consistently warm weather ideal for beach visits, jungle treks, and river cruises. Humidity levels remain relatively high throughout the year, so lightweight clothing and plenty of hydration are essential for comfort. Despite the heat, the coastal breezes from the Atlantic Ocean offer some relief, especially in the capital city of Georgetown. Whether you visit during the wet or dry season, Guyana's tropical climate ensures that nature is always vibrant and full of life. Guyana's geography is as diverse and captivating as its cultural landscape, offering a stunning array of natural features across its vast territory. The country is divided into 4 distinct geographical regions: the coastal plain, hilly sand and clay region, interior highlands, and the Rupununi savanna. The coastal plain is where most of the population resides, stretching from the Corentyne River in the east to the Venezuelan border in the northwest. This fertile region is vital for agriculture, producing rice, sugar, and vegetables that sustain both local consumption and exports. Moving inland, the hilly sand and clay region features rolling hills and deposits of white and brown sands, rich in bauxite, one of Guyana's most valuable natural resources. Further south, the interior highlands rise with majestic mountain ranges like Imataka, Kanuku, and Akarai, offering breathtaking vistas and sheltering diverse wildlife species. The expansive Rupununi savanna covers nearly 6,000 square miles, a vast open wilderness teeming with jaguars, giant anteaters, and over 250 bird species, including the powerful harpy eagle. This region is also home to indigenous communities who have lived in harmony with nature for centuries, preserving ancient traditions. Guyana's diverse geography makes it a haven for adventure travelers, offering everything from rainforest expeditions to mountain treks and wildlife safaris in the untouched savannas. Despite its recent oil discoveries, Guyana's economy has long been rooted in agriculture, with farming, fishing, and mining forming the backbone of the nation's livelihood. Much of the population lives along the fertile coastal plain, where crops like sugarcane, rice, vegetables, and fruits are grown in abundance. Historically, sugar and rice have been the country's 2 largest agricultural exports, contributing to nearly 70 to 75% of the nation's total export earnings. The Guyana Sugar Corporation, GISUCO, has played a pivotal role in the economy for decades, once serving as the country's largest employer and generating nearly 20% of Guyana's annual revenue. Additionally, the mining sector, particularly gold extraction, has become increasingly significant, bringing substantial foreign exchange into the country. Despite having large areas covered by forests, much of Guyana's inland soil is ancient and infertile, making coastal regions crucial for agricultural productivity. The fishing industry also thrives here, with shrimp and fish being important sources of income and nutrition for local communities. In recent years, economic reforms, including a restructured tax code in 2007 and the introduction of a value-added tax, VAT, have helped increase government revenue and expand public services. As oil wealth begins to flow into the economy, agriculture remains a vital sector, both as a source of employment and a symbol of Guyana's enduring connection to its land and natural resources. Guyana is a true treasure trove of biodiversity, forming part of the Guyana Shield, an ancient geological formation in northeastern South America known for its rich ecosystems and unique wildlife. Despite often being overshadowed by the nearby Amazon rainforest, Guyana's jungles are just as ecologically significant, offering habitats that support thousands of rare and endangered species. The country boasts over 1,000 bird species, making it a paradise for birdwatchers and ornithologists from around the world. Among these are rare and iconic creatures like the harpy eagle, one of the most powerful birds of prey on Earth, and the vividly colored Guianan cock of the rock. Guyana is also home to at least 269 amphibian species and numerous reptiles, including giant river turtles and caimans. In 2017, researchers discovered the blue tarantula, an incredibly rare spider species found nowhere else on Earth, highlighting the untapped scientific potential of the region. The lush rainforests and river systems also harbor jaguars, giant anteaters, and elusive giant river otters, making Guyana an ecotourism hotspot for wildlife enthusiasts. Many of these species thrive in Guyana's untouched wilderness, where conservation efforts have kept deforestation rates remarkably low compared to other South American nations. For nature lovers, adventurers, and scientists alike, Guyana offers the rare opportunity to explore one of the world's last truly wild frontiers. Guyana's national flag, known as the Golden Arrowhead, is more than just a banner. It's a vibrant symbol of the nation's identity and aspirations. Officially adopted in 1966, the year Guyana gained independence from Britain, the flag's design is rich with meaning, with each color representing an important aspect of the country's character. The green background signifies Guyana's lush forests and its agricultural wealth, highlighting the nation's strong connection to nature and sustainability. The golden arrow cutting through the flag represents the country's rich mineral resources, particularly gold, which has played a significant role in the economy for centuries. The red triangle symbolizes the zeal and sacrifices of the Guyanese people in their pursuit of nation-building and progress. Black outlines the arrow and stands for the strength, perseverance, and resilience of the nation in overcoming challenges. Complementing these powerful symbols is the national motto, "One people, one nation, one destiny," which reflects the country's unity amidst its incredible diversity of cultures, languages, and ethnicities. Guyana has earned a global reputation for producing some of the finest rum in the world, thanks to its ideal climate and rich history of sugarcane cultivation. The country's consistently warm temperatures and high humidity accelerate the aging process of rum, allowing it to develop deep, complex flavors more quickly than in cooler climates. One of Guyana's most renowned rum brands, El Dorado, has become a symbol of the nation's craftsmanship and dedication to quality. Known for its rich, smooth taste and luxurious notes of caramel, spice, and tropical fruit, El Dorado has won numerous international awards, earning global respect among rum connoisseurs. The tradition of rum production in Guyana dates back to colonial times when sugar plantations were central to the economy, and the byproduct of sugar production, molasses, was used to distill this beloved spirit. Today, visiting a distillery in Guyana offers not just a chance to taste world-class rum, but also to dive into the history and culture that surrounds this iconic industry. For both locals and visitors, rum remains more than just a drink. It's a symbol of Guyana's resilience, craftsmanship, and rich heritage. Guyana is a vibrant melting pot of cultures, and this diversity comes to life through its lively, colorful festivals that reflect the nation's rich heritage. One of the most anticipated events of the year is Mashramani, celebrated every February to mark the birth of the Republic. Known for its energetic street parades, extravagant costumes, and lively music, Mashramani, or MASH as locals call it, showcases the nation's unity and creative spirit. The Indo-Guyanese community brings vibrant Hindu festivals to the forefront, including Diwali, the Festival of Lights, and Phagwa, Holi, where people joyfully throw colored powder and water in a celebration of love and renewal. Christian holidays like Christmas and Easter are also widely celebrated, often blending Western traditions with local customs and flavors. Other cultural events highlight Guyana's indigenous heritage, with Amerindian Heritage Month in September, honoring the traditions, crafts, and history of the nation's first peoples. These festivals offer visitors an immersive experience of Guyana's cultural diversity, where music, dance, food, and community come together to create unforgettable memories. Guyana's cuisine is a reflection of its rich multicultural heritage, blending African, Indian, indigenous, European, and Chinese influences into a truly unique gastronomic experience. One of the most iconic dishes is pepper pot, a slow-cooked meat stew infused with cassaripe, a rich, dark syrup made from cassava, and spiced with cinnamon and hot peppers, traditionally served during Christmas but enjoyed year-round. Another staple is cook-up rice, a flavorful one-pot meal combining rice, beans, meats, and coconut milk, often prepared on weekends or special occasions. Curry and roti, introduced by the Indo-Guyanese community, are beloved comfort foods, featuring spicy, aromatic curries served with soft, flaky flatbread. For dessert lovers, black cake, a rich fruit cake soaked in rum, is a festive favorite, especially around the holidays. Street food culture thrives with treats like egg balls, which are boiled eggs wrapped in seasoned cassava and deep-fried until golden and crispy. To wash it all down, locals enjoy mauby, a refreshing yet bittersweet drink made from tree bark, herbs, and spices, an acquired taste but a true Guyanese classic. Every meal in Guyana tells a story of cultural fusion, bringing together flavors and traditions that reflect the country's diverse heritage. Georgetown, the capital of Guyana, is a lively metropolis that beautifully blends colonial history with Caribbean vibrancy and modern urban life. Known as the Garden City of the Caribbean, Georgetown is famous for its tree-lined streets, colorful markets, and colonial-era architecture. One of the city's most iconic landmarks is St. George's Cathedral, built in 1842 and recognized as one of the tallest wooden structures in the world, a magnificent example of Gothic architecture that reflects the country's colonial past. The city's architecture showcases a mix of Dutch and British influences, with charming colonial-style wooden buildings standing alongside modern developments. The Stabroek Market, with its iconic clock tower, is a bustling hub where locals shop for everything from fresh produce to handmade crafts, offering visitors an authentic taste of daily life. Georgetown is also home to the Botanical Gardens and Guyana Zoo, which provide a peaceful escape and showcase native wildlife and plant species. With its vibrant street life, rich history, and a lively culinary scene, Georgetown is not just the political capital, but also the cultural heart of Guyana, an essential destination for anyone exploring this captivating country. And there you have it, 15 mind-blowing facts that reveal why Guyana is truly one of South America's most captivating hidden gems. From breathtaking waterfalls to rich cultural diversity and a vibrant capital city, this incredible country offers experiences you won't find anywhere else. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an adventure with Andy Explores the World. See you in the next video.